Hola mis amigos, we're making falafel sandwiches. Here in my food processor, I'm adding 4 green onions and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of fresh mint. I went out to my garden and picked some chocolate mint. Hopefully the chocolate flavor won't mess things up here, but I think it will be okay. And we are just going to blend these together finely. Next, we are adding 16 ounces of garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, that have been rinsed and drained. 2 tablespoons of parsley. 1/2 cup of plain breadcrumbs. And we have quite a few seasonings. We have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of coriander, and we are just going to add that in here. And we are just going to blend this until we get a nice puree that we can use to form our patties. Now we have this nice and fragrant and flavorful dough to work with. So what we are going to do is we're just going to take some of that with our clean hands, and I'm going to just form some 3-inch patties, which would be about 9 centimeters or so. And I'm going to place them on wax paper. We should get probably about 8 of these guys that we can use to fry up here soon. Okay, we are back, and I managed to get 10 patties out of that. But the last 2 are smaller, so I probably could have more evenly distributed them out to the other 8, but that's okay. 2 of them will go to 1 sandwich, so you should get 4 to 5 sandwiches out of these patties. So now we're going to go to the stove and fry these up. Here on the stove, I have a little bit of olive oil in my pan, and what we're going to do is we're going to fry the patties for about 4 minutes on each side to get them nice and golden brown and crispy, and then we will proceed. I'm now on the second side of the patties. You want to make sure that you are not using too much oil, because the patties are going to soak up that oil because of the breadcrumbs that are in there, and they will fall apart, which is why you're seeing some of these crumbs in here. So now that there is less oil in the pan, my patties to follow will come out a lot better than these did. There's no real science to putting these together. Here I have a pita bread that I have opened, and I am just going to grab 2 of our finished patties and drop those right in. And then at this point, we are just going to add whatever you like in your sandwich. So I'm going to add some tomatoes, some cucumber. And while this will still be vegetarian, this part is no longer going to make this vegan, so you can leave this out. I'm going to add a dollop of plain yogurt, a little bit of dill, and some salt and pepper. Falafel sandwiches. Enjoy, and I'll see you at the dinner table.